Close your eyes for a moment, just for a second. Think about the last time you picked up your phone with a specific purpose, maybe to check the weather or to reply to one message, and then looked up 45 minutes later, having no idea what just happened to your time. Think about the last time you scrolled through a feed and felt something shift inside you, not just boredom, not just entertainment, something else, a little more anxious, a little more angry, a little more certain about something you weren't certain about before. Now ask yourself this question: who put that feeling there? Welcome back to Mind Goals. Today, we're going to talk about something that is happening to you right now, as you're listening to this. Something that's been happening to you every single day for years. Something that most people don't even have a name for. It's called cognitive warfare, and the battlefield is your mind. Part 1. What is cognitive warfare? Let me start with a definition. Cognitive warfare is the systematic exploitation of human cognition, your perception, your attention, your memory, your emotions, your decision-making, by hostile actors using digital technologies. It's a strategy for altering enemy cognitive processes to achieve political or military objectives. And here's the part that should disturb you. The enemy in this equation is increasingly you. The NATO report on cognitive warfare explicitly states that cognitive space is a new domain of conflict, alongside land, sea, air, space, and cyberspace. The human brain has become a combat space. Now, I know what you might be thinking. That sounds dramatic. That sounds like science fiction. That sounds like something that happens to other people in other countries in wars that don't involve me. But here's the reality. Cognitive warfare is not a foreign invention. It's not something that comes from some distant adversary and attacks us from the outside. Its conceptual and institutional foundations are deeply rooted in decades of psychological operations, now embedded into global communication systems through the convergence of military doctrine, corporate platforms, and algorithmic governance. What does that mean in plain English? It means the infrastructure that delivers your social media feed, your news, your entertainment, your shopping recommendations. That infrastructure was not designed to serve you. It was designed to influence you. I want you to really sit with that for a moment. The architecture of your digital life, the apps you open, the notifications that pull you in, the content that keeps you scrolling, this architecture is a weapon system, not metaphorically, literally. The digital attention economy has been reframed by researchers as a large-scale experiment in consciousness engineering. Social media platforms function as vast distributed laboratories of observation, continuously quantifying, predicting, and modulating human attention. Every interaction you make, every scroll, every click, every pause acts as both data and declaration, collapsing the spectrum of potential experience into algorithmically determined realities. Your attention has become a resource that is extracted, monetized, and sold. And the companies doing the extracting, they call it engagement, they call it user retention, they call it growth. But there's another name for it. Attention fracking. Part 2. How the machine works. Let me walk you through how this actually works, because understanding the mechanism is the first step to defending against it. Step 1. The algorithmic feed. Social media platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram are built on what's called algorithmic amplification, the process by which algorithms prioritize and promote content based on user engagement. Designed to maximize user interaction, this mechanism exploits your brain's reward systems, leading to altered cognitive and behavioral patterns. Here's what that means neurobiologically. Your brain releases dopamine when you encounter something novel, something rewarding, something that confirms what you already believe. The algorithm learns exactly what triggers that dopamine release for you. Then it gives you more of it, and more, and more. This isn't accidental, this is the design. Researchers have found that algorithmic curation implicitly steers attention. In one study, participants viewed identical sets of posts in different orders. Lower-ranked posts received about 40% less engagement, despite participants rarely reporting rank as a factor in their choices. You think you're choosing what to look at. You're not. The algorithm is choosing for you, and it's doing it so subtly that you don't even notice. Step 2. The exploitation of cognitive bias. Adversaries, and yes, I'm including tech companies in that category, exploit the brain's natural tendencies and cognitive shortcuts. Things like confirmation bias, the tendency to favor information that confirms your existing beliefs. Things like the availability heuristic, the tendency to overestimate the importance of information that's easily accessible. The digital environment is saturated with content designed to trigger these biases. The goal is to polarize, to destabilize, to undermine your ability to think clearly and independently. Step 3. Emotional manipulation. Cognitive warfare can disrupt specific cognitive functions: memory, attention, communication, emotions. Think about the content that makes you most engaged. Is it the calm, balanced, nuanced take, or is it the one that makes you angry, the one that makes you afraid, the one that makes you feel morally superior? Algorithms don't just reflect your preferences, they actively shape and control them. They create what researchers call reactive engagement, a self-reinforcing loop of engagement and visibility. The more outraged you are, the more you engage. The more you engage, the more outrage you're shown. You're not using the platform is using you. Step 4. The extraction model. Here's the cold, hard economic reality. Your attention has become a new intangible asset in the digital environment. It is transformed into an economic asset, bought and sold in real time. Tech platforms manipulate attention, extract wealth, and deepen inequality. The architects of social media apps are what one group of researchers calls attention frackers, weaponizing their algorithms to entice attention for the purpose of extracting an immense stream of advertising revenue. Every second of your attention has a price tag, and you are not the one collecting the revenue. Part 3. The cost to you. Host. So what does this actually cost you? Beyond the obvious, beyond the wasted time, beyond the distraction, beyond the anxiety that creeps in after 2 hours of scrolling. Cost 1. Your cognitive sovereignty. This is the big one. Cognitive sovereignty is your ability to think clearly, calmly, and independently in a world engineered to hijack your attention and behavior. It's the capacity to decide what you pay attention to, what you believe, and what you do, free from invisible manipulation. And it is under direct assault. Researchers have documented the effects of excessive exposure to digital stimuli on mental health, anxiety, attention deficit, burnout. Tech insiders who helped make technology so addictive are themselves disconnecting from the internet, concerned that technology is contributing to continuous partial attention, severely limiting people's ability to focus, and possibly lowering IQ. When your attention is constantly fractured, your ability to think deeply, to read a book, to have a conversation, to solve a complex problem atrophies. You become reactive instead of reflective. You respond instead of choose. Cost 2. Your sense of reality. The digital attention economy is not neutral. It actively shapes what you perceive as real. Social media platforms create what researchers call algorithmically determined realities. You are not seeing the world. You are seeing a version of the world filtered through an algorithm whose only goal is to keep you engaged. This has profound consequences. Echo chambers reinforce existing beliefs. Political polarization deepens. Public opinion is manipulated at scale. Disinformation networks exploit social frustrations, especially among young people. You might think you're immune to this. You're not. Nobody is. The manipulation is designed to be invisible. Cost 3. Your human dignity. This might sound philosophical, but it's actually quite practical. One researcher put it this way: if we manipulate, deceive, or exploit people, we treat them like tools, so we undermine their human dignity. When your attention is being extracted like oil or gas, when your beliefs are being shaped by algorithms designed to serve advertisers, when your emotions are being triggered by content engineered to maximize engagement, you are being treated as a resource, a raw material, a tool, not a person. The foundation of a liberal democracy, and I would argue, the foundation of a meaningful human life, is political autonomy, people's ability to decide what happens in their own lives. When that autonomy is compromised by agents that modify or distort perception, motivation, affect, cognition, and behavior, something fundamental is lost. Part 4. How to defend yourself. Okay, I've painted a pretty grim picture, and I want to be honest with you, it is grim. This is a real threat. It's happening right now, and it's only going to get more sophisticated as AI becomes more integrated into these systems. But here's the good news. You are not powerless. There are things you can do, concrete, practical things. And the first thing you need to understand is this: defending your attention is not about willpower. It's not about being strong enough to resist. The systems are designed to overcome willpower. They're designed by thousands of the smartest engineers in the world, optimized by billions of dollars, refined by billions of users' data. You cannot out-willpower a multi-billion-dollar attention extraction machine. So what can you do? Strategy 1. Build cognitive resilience. Experts recommend treating cognitive resilience as a critical capability. This means actively training yourself to recognize manipulation when you see it. The goal is to shift from reactive defense to proactive engagement, anticipating sensitive issues, preparing your own content and perspectives in advance, and adopting multidisciplinary approaches that combine psychology, digital literacy, and critical thinking. In practical terms, educate yourself on thinking traps. Learn to recognize when you're being emotionally manipulated. Practice critical media literacy to build self-efficacy against disinformation. Strategy 2. Implement friction engineering. This is a technique from cognitive security research. The idea is simple: make distraction difficult and focus inevitable. What does this look like in practice? Turn off notifications, all of them. Notifications are the primary mechanism by which the algorithm pulls you back in. They are designed to create a sense of urgency that doesn't exist. Use app blockers, set time limits, remove the most addictive apps from your home screen. Make it harder to access the things that hijack your attention and easier to access the things that nourish it. Create what one group of researchers calls attention sanctuaries, spaces and times where you are completely free from the addictive pull of the smartphone. Strategy 3. Practice conscious curation. Your feeds mirror your choices. Conscious curation transforms your information diet. This means being intentional about what you consume. Unfollow accounts that trigger anxiety or outrage. Follow accounts that provide genuine value. Seek out perspectives that challenge you, rather than just confirming what you already believe. And here's the hard part. Limit your consumption of algorithmically curated feeds altogether. Replace some of that time with reading books, with long-form articles, with conversations, with silence. Strategy 4. Reclaim slowness. Researchers talk about reclaiming slowness, contemplation, and depth in an era of endless digital distractions. This is countercultural. The attention economy wants you fast, reactive, shallow. Defending your attention means deliberately choosing the opposite. Read a book, a physical book, for 30 minutes without checking your phone. Have a conversation without your device on the table. Sit in a park and just pay attention to one thing for 4 minutes. How often do I just sit in the park and just listen and look at the humanity of it? One participant in an attention experiment reflected. If you're a writer or creative type, you get a lot of ideas and inspiration from just sitting with your thoughts and not being distracted by your devices. Strategy 5. Build collective resilience. This isn't just an individual problem. It's a societal one. A whole-of-society approach is essential for enhancing cognitive security, integrating education, information literacy, and quality journalism. Talk to the people in your life about this. Share what you're learning. Create spaces, physical and digital, where you can practice attention together. The goal isn't to withdraw from the world. The goal is to engage with the world on your own terms. Part 5. The bigger picture. I want to leave you with something to think about. The battle for your attention is not just about your personal productivity or your mental health, though those matter enormously. It's about something bigger. It's about whether democracy can survive in an environment where citizens' perceptions and beliefs are being systematically manipulated. It's about whether human autonomy can survive in an environment where our cognitive processes are being exploited for profit. It's about whether you can survive as a sovereign individual in a world that increasingly treats you as a resource to be extracted. One researcher put it this way: the restoration of attentional autonomy represents both a personal and civilizational imperative. Reclaiming how you see is reclaiming how you exist. So here's my challenge to you. Starting today, right now actually, I want you to do one thing differently. Pick one small change. Turn off your notifications for one app. Set a timer for your social media use. Replace 15 minutes of scrolling with 15 minutes of reading. Have one conversation without looking at your phone. Just one thing. Because cognitive warfare is not something that happens to other people. It's happening to you right now as you're listening to this. And the first step to winning any war is recognizing that you're in one. This has been Mind Goals. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe, leave a review, and most importantly, take back your attention. Your mind is the only thing that's truly yours. Protected. Thank you for listening to Mind Goals. If you enjoyed this episode, please take a moment to subscribe, rate, and review. It helps more people find content like this, and it helps us keep making it. In our next episode, we'll be diving into the narcissism of poverty, breaking the moral ego traps preventing massive wealth. Until then, stay aware, stay intentional, and stay sovereign.